Since 1972, the Swiss mask theater troupe Mummenschanz has been bringing laughter and joy to audiences all around the world. And tomorrow you'll be able to enjoy Mummenschanz during their 50th anniversary tour as they perform at the Wise County Performing Arts Center. Here with a preview is Michael McNulty. Good morning, Michael. How are you?
Good morning, Chris.
Oh, doing fantastic. And ProArt is the organization that has brought Mummenschanz here. Kind of tell us about ProArt before we get into this performance.
ProArt is a nonprofit arts organization that tries to create opportunities for people in Southwest Virginia to experience the arts, both programming, performances that we bring in from lots of places all over the world, as well as programs in the school for kids and arts education.
Very good, very good. And Mummenschanz is here on their 50th anniversary tour. Kind of talk us through Mummenschanz, because if you get on their website, it's something completely different.
It is. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. Mummenschanz is a theater troupe from Switzerland. And they're a little hard to describe because they don't use words.
Right.
They perform in masks, but their version of masks is a really open-ended, imaginative version. So some of those are traditional masks, like what we're used to on people's faces, and some of those are huge pieces of industrial tubing that the actors climb into and manipulate as if they're people having relationships with each other. So it's really hard to describe, but it's a really amazing.
It's almost a combination of material arts with mime, with a lot of theater. I mean, it's just a conglomeration of all of those different media.
It is, and it's hard to describe, but when people see it, it's sort of delightful in a way like anything you've never seen before.
And they tell a story. I mean, they tell stories, and watching the video there, they really pull you into their performances.
They do, they do. Even when they're in these sort of abstract shapes with tubes and things, they create characters, and those characters have relationships with each other, and they affect one another, and they find ways of expressing human qualities through those funny shapes and forms that they manipulate.
And like I said earlier, they've been all over the world with this. And how did we get them here? I mean, how did we get them to here to perform for us?
Well, that's an interesting question. I've been at ProArt for just 2 years, but 30 years ago, when I was in college, I got on a train, took a trip an hour north from Boston, where I was in school, to see this weird theater troupe that I'd read about. But I was studying theater, and I wanted to see what they were, and it completely changed my perception of what theater could be. And so one of my goals when I became the director of ProArt was to find a way to bring them here. And so through lots of negotiations, we finally got them to come to far Southwest Virginia.
Are they already on the ground getting ready to go? Or
they are. They have lots of stops all the way up from New England down through DC, and they're coming here tomorrow night.
Oh, so they'll be here tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Talk to us about, the folks, there's actually some, if you're a child, you get in free. There's some, tell us about the times and everything for the show. Yeah,
so the show's at 7 p.m. tomorrow night at the J.W. Adams Combined Schools Theater in Pound, Virginia. It's about 10 minutes past Wise. And children are free, students are free up through grad school, and adults are just a $15 ticket price, one of the lowest prices in the country.
All right, Michael, we appreciate you being here today.
Thanks so much.
Let's give everybody that information right here on the screen. Mummenschanz performance is happening in Wise, Virginia tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at the Wise County Performing Arts Center. Tickets are $15, and like he said, kids and students are free. If you want to find out more, go to proartva.org.